A very warm welcome to today's webinar, everyone. I am Srishti and I'll be your host for this session. We are really excited to have you all join us today for this incredibly relevant conversation in today's rapidly evolving AI landscape. The topic we are exploring is build a high growth AI training line in the Middle East without rebuilding your business. Now, as AI continues to reshape industries, one of the biggest questions organizations are asking is how do we tap into the massive opportunity without starting from the scratch? And that's exactly what today's session is about. Practical strategies to integrate AI training into your existing business, scale it effectively, and unlock new revenue streams, especially in the Middle East region. I'm thrilled to be joined by two amazing speakers today. First, we have Nasima Akram, Vice President of Strategic Business Partnerships for the Middle East at AI Certs. With over 25 years of experience in training and development, Nasima is a $1 million club achiever at New Horizons. She is known for building strong relationships, driving market growth, and delivering results in fast evolving digital ecosystems. Her deep expertise in account management and client success makes her a true industry leader. Joining her is Afreen Hashmi, Senior Account Manager at AI Certs. Afreen brings a dynamic background in driving B2B growth, leading high performing teams, and closing high stakes deals. She specializes in understanding client needs and delivering tailored solutions aligned with the strategic objectives. Her strength in account management and client relationships makes her an invaluable contributor to this space. Welcome, Nasima and Afreen. It's great to have you here. And without a further ado, I'll like to hand over the stage to you guys.
Thank you so much, Trustees. Firstly,
Thank
hi
you.
everyone. It's a pleasure that I'm hosting with Afreen this webinar today to talk about AI and the growth in AI, uh, especially around the Middle Eastern region. So I appreciate everybody taking the time to join us today. So yeah, let's get straight into it. It's an exciting time globally for us when it comes to AI and certifications and training. Everybody globally is now moving very fast to get people skilled up. It's become a priority for most governments, so it's an exciting time for I think everybody who's in this kind of industry. So today we're going to start with where the Middle East AI market stands, excuse me, and what it means for training providers. Why most organizations have adoption without capabilities and who closes that gap, the most in-demand AI skills right now and how to deliver them, why certifications is no longer optional for enterprise training contracts and how to launch a high-growth AI training line with AI certs and the next steps that follow that. Thanks, Safri. So the GCC market is worth 22.4 billion by 2033. That's a massive number. So the revenue window is open, as I mentioned earlier. This is the time to be kind of investing in that because everybody, whether you're any type of corporate, whatever industry, and you're looking for AI training, AI certification, because we have a massive skills gap. Still, when it comes to having the right people doing the right jobs or people knowing how to even correctly use AI. And as we know, everybody's using ChatGPT, for example, but the potential of the tools are not being used to the maximum. So people still don't know how to use things correctly or even ethically. So there's quite a lot of things when it comes to these new technologies. So 75% of Middle East employees used AI in the past versus 69% globally. 32% use AI daily. And again, what I just mentioned, they're still probably not using it to the full potential of what these tools can do. AI hiring surges across the Gulf. So UAE, 48% growth in AI roles. Saudi Arabia, there's approximately 26% year-over-year increase. So your opportunity, every new hire needs certified AI training. Okay, AI adds 8.3% to Middle East GDP over the next decade. That's a projection for 2023 to 2035. And certifications are becoming procurement standard. Enterprises are increasingly requiring certified AI competency as vendor qualification. And I think globally, and especially when it comes to the Middle East, government entities are now making it mandatory for AI training, whether you're in academic area, they're kind of making it mandatory for whether you're a lecturer, teacher, students to understand AI and have the skills and certifications that when they come out of university, these students are capable of doing job roles that enable AI or new technologies as opposed to just theory-based. So it's now not just, oh, it's a choice, it's actually becoming mandatory. So this is why it's a great opportunity. So the questions enterprises buyers are now asking the training vendors, if you can't answer these, you're already off the short list. So number one, so I'm going to ask actually, this is a good thing, Afreen. I'm going to ask this question. It'd be great if any of our attendees today could also answer any of these. So are we moving from AI experimentation to enterprise scale adoption? That's number one. Number two, how do organizations measure real AI capabilities versus usage? Number three is what are the critical skills that preventing AI to scale? How can we ensure responsible and ethical AI adoption? Is our workforce prepared for AI-driven transformation at scale? And then finally, how do we move from training to validated capability and certification? If anybody has any thoughts on this, please do kindly put in the chat what you think. How do you think organizations are measuring real AI? What are the critical skills gap preventing AI to scale? So it'd be great to hear what you think or why you
Absolutely.
yeah, so Afreen, if you've got anything to say there, we'll wait a few seconds if anyone does want to put anything in the chat.
Yes, if there are any other questions that you, as training vendors, training providers, have come across from your clients, we'd love to know that as well, as to what is stopping you from starting off or adding AI certifications, credible AI certifications, or AI training programs in your current 2026 portfolio. So, what are the roadblocks? We'd love to understand that. If you're doing corporate trainings, enterprise trainings, B2C, B2B, does not matter, but I'm sure you get a lot of questions asked. So we'd love to understand how we can actually help and support you in getting your training portfolio ready for this year.
Fantastic. Thank you, Afreen. Okay, let's move on to the next slide, and then if any, we can have a look at any answers at the end if there's anything there. So government mandates are creating urgent enterprise training demand. As you all know, Saudi has the 2030 vision, UAE is looking at 2031. Most countries globally, as well as in the Middle East, have a vision, and that vision is coming literally around the corner. We've got about 4 or 5 years before they want to meet a certain target. And this is why governments are making it mandatory, making really kind of moving fast to make sure that they kind of achieve those targets, to make sure people are skilled in AI by 2030 or 2031. And as I mentioned earlier, there's still a massive skills gap out there. So UAE have announced their AI 2031 vision, which is and their roadmap is smart government service transformation, priority sectors, AI deployment, which is within energy, transport, healthcare, to be in every single sector, to be honest, AI talent attraction and training programs, and government digitalization and enterprise cohorts. This is a massive area. Governments are really pushing in the Middle East to get people skilled up. Saudi have the 2030 vision. The AI leadership are pushing humane. Obviously, you've all probably heard of this massive project in Saudi Arabia. The NSDAI, which is Global Leaders by 2030 ambition, workforce upskilling, opportunities with multi-billion-dollar training markets, and people like Sadaya, which is the AI initiative in Saudi Arabia, are really pushing massive projects to skill up every single person in Saudi Arabia, for example. So there's and every single government seems to be doing this. And to be honest, the Middle East seems to be at the forefront of technology when it comes to AI. they are the fastest moving. They are doing globally the most beyond the US and even Europe because they want to be, the people who showcase what this is all about. So they are really pushing for these projects. And again, in Oman, we have the AI and Digital Future Program. So again, we've listed a few here, but across the board, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, all the other countries are also got the same kind of initiatives going on as well. Thank you, Afri. Okay, so I think there's an answer here. So I'm just going to pause there for a second. Um, And from Rena, so question 4, we need to establish strong governance, ethical practices, and transparency. We need continually monitor all systems, train the employees in ethical use, comply with UAE AI office regulation. Thank you, Rena. That's a really good comment there. With AI or any kind of technology, there's always certain issues, whether that's security issues or ethical issues. And that's one of the things that AI Certs also really focuses on. And when we get to our portfolio, we'll show you one of our most popular courses is called AI plus Ethics. And there's a reason for that because every single person needs to understand how to ethically use AI. This is really important. And especially in like Europe and the US now, there's laws coming out which are specifically on how AI is used, and companies will be fined if the employees are not using AI correctly. So this is becoming a really kind of massive thing. So ethical use of AI is really important. So thank you, Marina, for bringing that up. We have another question as well from Noor. Do you want to read that out, Afreen?
Absolutely. And I completely resonate with Noor that most large organizations are not scaling or scaling very slowly. There is no reliable measurement. It's very hard to do so, and no understanding of capabilities, how LLMs work, what use cases exist that AI can take over, how to automate it, how to integrate it, how to have even AI thinking, AI product designing, and through practical governance policies that need to be developed through workshops and adoption and of course literacy. So not at all, I think specialized certification per role would work well here. You're absolutely right there, Noor. Thank you for sharing all the insights. I deal with partners on a day in day out basis. I talk to them. That's what my whole job role here at AI Search is. And like you rightfully mentioned, that it's not about AI adoption. Even before the AI adoption, you just cannot have an off the shelf one of a kind training and say that, hey, you've learned AI. That's absolutely not possible. It's a phased wise rollout where, it starts with AI literacy and then AI adopt. Even before adoption comes AI literacy. And of course, the governance and role focused certifications, that's the highlight of our certifications. It is the need of the hour, right? You have a lot of generalized AI certifications out there, Nasima. I'm sure
Yeah,
you have so many generic AI content providers out there, but the need of the hour is role-based certifications where you can focus
absolutely.
on a specific industry, you can focus on a specific job role, and how can you ethically leverage the power of artificial intelligence in your respective job roles to make your life easy, to save a lot of your time, to increase your efficiency and productivity. And that's what organizations are looking at. Nor, you're absolutely right. There's no measurable return on investment. There's huge billions of dollars being invested by these organizations in AI adoption, huge billions of dollars being invested when it comes to AI infrastructure. But there's a huge shortage of skilled professionals who know how to use these ecosystems and platforms. And that's where our role focused certifications come in. We're going to give you more information about how this can actually help you capture the enterprise audience where it's a gold mine of an opportunity. So I completely resonate with you there, Noor, and thank you so much for sharing that. A lot of hearts for you there. And actually bringing out the real world problems that enterprises are facing when it comes to AI adoption, when it comes to hiring people with AI skills. It's not just Chat GPT and Copilot, like you rightfully mentioned, Nasima. There's a lot more tools there. As a doctor, I might use AI differently. As an HR, you might use
Exactly.
AI differently. As a project manager, as a business leader, you might use AI for different tasks and functions. So that's where the role focused certifications come in
And I think,
play.
Afreen, I
Yeah,
think to Noor's point, and I think this is why AI certs is so different, because globally we
correct.
are actually only credible certification body that offers role-based certification. And I'm quite excited to kind of, when we get to our portfolio, to see how many certifications we have, and we can explain why we do this. And I think some of the points you quite clearly mentioned, Noor. So great questions and answers there. So thank you for that. So just to kind of move on. So to go to providers in your market is being decided right now. So three forces are determining who wins and who gets left out. Okay. So established partners already launched. So you have like specific to tool-based kind of vendors like AWS, Isaka, Cisco, Microsoft, who are adding AI training programs. Early movers are capturing initial enterprise demand, and authorized partner positioning gives them credibility advantage. There's generic providers that are flooding the market. So LinkedIn filled with intro to AI bootcamps, etc. Commodity pricing and no differentiations, race to the bottom on margin, and then enterprise rejecting both. Enterprises don't want just another AI course. They don't want, there is just one point to make. There is a big difference between a certificate and a certification. Certificate by just attending a course or a boot camp, it does not give you the skills that you need in order to do a job role. So this is why certifications are so important. And what that means is you're sitting an exam, you're passing the exam, showing that you have the skills that you require to do a certain job or make your job more efficient. So this is kind of the difference between the two. So now this is what people are looking for. So not only do you want to get the skills, but also to show that you have a credible international certification. There needs to be compliance documentation and audit trails, and they want vendor alignment. So again, with AI certs, we are a vendor agnostic, vendor aligned job role based certification body. What that means is we don't focus on a certain back-end product or tool or platforms. We look at lots of different tools and platforms. So this is relevant for everybody, not just somebody who is using a certain vendor. So this is a great thing as well. You can offer the certifications to everybody actually. So yeah, next please. So where does your current B2B revenue come from? Again, this is a good question for everybody.
Right.
If anybody wants to answer this. Are you focusing on corporates? Do you focus on a certain industry? Are you in consulting and training? Are you offering, if you're a training provider, open kind of enrollment schedule courses? Are you working on an e-learning, on platforms, government tenders? If you're academic, are you actually incorporating any AI at the moment? Is it mainly theory based? Is that kind of incorporated into your curriculum? So again, if anybody wants to answer any of those questions, that would be great. But we'll move on to the next slide. But if anybody wants to answer, then we can kind of go back to that. Thank you. See, so Noor said C, consulting and training blends. Yeah, the great thing also with AI certs is we offer e-learning as well as instructor-led form. So we can provide a hybrid model. So exactly to your point, Noor, we give you kind of different options, as obviously different customers will want different ways or methods of the training delivery. So why building AI training in-house kills your opportunity? The first thing is it's going to cost you a lot of money. So the first couple of months, for example, you're going to do a lot of research, curriculum building, develop content, and then by the time you get to month 7 and 9, you're going to be hiring instructors, training them for your content. By month 10 to 12, you're going to do kind of platform setup, etc. And then you're going to launch. By that time, your content is probably going to be outdated. AI is moving so fast that, we regularly every quarter update our content to make sure that it's relevant because AI just changes every day. There's something new coming out. For example, everybody was into generative AI, which they're still into, things like ChatGPT, etc. Then there's agentic AI that has come out, and now there's vibe coding. So there's so many new things coming out within the AI market, new providers, new platform people, new tools. So AI is moving very quickly. So early movers already captured enterprise accounts. Your target clients are already selected vendors. technology and best practices have evolved, and you're investing heavily with zero revenue to show. So there's a lot of work when it comes to certification. And I think one thing we haven't even mentioned there, as a certification body, you have to go through certain standards to be able to deliver certifications. So we are, for example, aligned with ISO. The standards, we're going through the American National Standards Institute, which is the highest form of credibility for a certification body. So we're going through that at the moment as well. So yeah, it's not just about creating content and doing that. You do also have to be credible. And then to offer an international credible certification is two different things to just offering something that you've created in-house, for example. We have Noor. Thank you, Noor. You say you train in the GCC through an ed tech provider and in Europe through a consulting firm. I find that I need to update my slides almost monthly. Yeah, exactly. So exactly our point there, Noor. Um, AI is moving so quickly, and you do have to kind of constantly update things to make sure that they're relevant. So what Middle East enterprises actually need trained? Three tiers of AI skills demand, each requiring a different offer. So AI literacy, which is understanding AI concepts and use cases. Everybody globally needs to understand this. They need to be literate in AI, responsible AI and ethics, and prompt engineering basics. So these are just basics that everybody needs to understand. So these are role-based awareness programs. Then you get from literacy to fluency. What does that mean? That means that then you're applying AI tools in workflows, you're automating and productivity tools and data-driven decision making. And then you're more focusing on more role-based training. So from your basic generic training, you're now moving to be fluent in whether you're in HR, whether you're in finance, whether you're in healthcare. It doesn't matter what role you play, you're now becoming fluent in that role. And then you get to mastery. And this is important. So this is for your specialists and leaders. So this is teaching you things like machine learning and data science, AI strategy and governance, AI integration into business operations. So this is technical and for executive certification. And I think, Afrin, the great thing about AI certs is what I would call ourselves is we are AI certs is a role-based enterprise word certification ecosystem. We're providing you with a journey, a total journey. It's not just about a few courses, a few advanced courses here and there. It's a journey. With AI, it's not about one course. It's about understanding AI at different levels. So that journey that we offer as part of our AI ecosystem will help you to get from A to Z proficiently, whereas a lot of companies are just offering certain certification methods that's on prompt engineering, etc. So we try to kind of give you a solution that's for a whole enterprise. And the
You're
great thing
absolutely
is,
right there,
yeah,
Nasima. We give a complete AI readiness ecosystem to our partners that they can go out there and offer to their end users, because right now it's nobody's looking at just the regular trainings, the boot camps, or we are not just an off-the-shelf content provider. We work with our partners to ensure that we curate AI readiness programs and a complete ecosystem for their audience. So you're absolutely right there.
yeah, exactly. So it's an AI readiness journey, which is great. Okay, thank you. Okay, working hard on generic training will build high growth. What generic training gets you is price competition, loss to vendors with certifications in procurement, thin margins if you win, and one-off projects. Can you prove competencies? What certification-backed training gets you is premium pricing. They need this for compliance, wins against boot camps and procurement evaluations, healthy margins with authorized partnerships. You can have, regular business, and we have 7 different certifications you can offer. And the certifications are validated. There's clear proof there of competency. So growing number of enterprises require certified AI competencies as vendor qualification. Without certification pathways, you may not make the shortlist. So it's quite important that you have you're working with a credible organization who's offering that international kind of level certifications. Thank you, Afrin. Okay, the 3 barriers stopping you from adding high growth AI training, content risk. So the problem is building comprehensive certification program takes months, as we mentioned earlier. require significant investment. Content may be outdated by launch and vendor alignment. So we're kind of focusing on all the different vendors. The solution is ready, certifications library, vendor aligned, we do have GCC compliant. We are obviously a global entity, so we offer lots of we work in obviously different regions, so we are compliant with different things, and we do host some certification in different languages as well. There's an instructor shortage. The problem is finding qualified AI instructors is difficult. And believe me, the ones that are qualified and are good are charging an arm and a leg when it comes to AI certifications per day. And there's a massive demand. They're fully booked because, there's such a shortage in the instructor space as well. So training them on your content takes time, retention risks after investment, regional coverage challenges. So the ATP solution is Certified Instructor Network with regional GCC coverage. And you can also, I think the biggest thing and the easiest thing would be to get your own instructors certified. And I think the great thing with AI certs is if you are a partner with us, all our instructor certification is complimentary. So your instructors can do as many certifications as they like, totally free. And then they can deliver the AI cert certification as a partner. So that's a separate thing that we offer that we could discuss with you separately. Credibility gap. The problem is enterprises prefer authorized or accredited partners. Unknown providers face longer sales cycles. Procurement teams want validation and track record, and hard to differentiate from boot camps. So ATP solution is joint establish ecosystem with global learner base, partner network, vendor alignment, and instant credibility boost. So the choice is yours. Why training providers choose AI certs? The complete infrastructure we offer from launch, deliver, and scale. And I think the other thing, before I kind of go into slide, we work very closely with our partners. We want to make sure you're successful. This is really important to us. We don't want just anybody else just to become a partner for the sake of it. That's not the point. The point is there is a massive demand in this market. So when you become a partner, we want you to be an active partner. We will work with you. We will help you. We will support you, whether that's through marketing credibility, whether that's hosting webinars with you on your behalf, attending meetings with you. So we're quite active when we work with you to make sure that the customers you're working with are getting what they need, whether that's even customization, anything, any projects you have, we can take on. We have around over 500 employees in the back end that work with us at AI Certs. So if we can come back to you quite quickly with a solution. So that's another big advantage. So they can help you with speed to market, right, Afreen? Yeah, so because firstly, you've got the certifications. We're working on all the certifications, so you don't have to develop any content. We're doing that for you. And as I mentioned, we do align with ISO standards, which is important. We have an instructor network deployed quickly. You can launch your first certifications in weeks, not months. We also have our own platform, which you would use, so you don't have to create any platforms. We can integrate it with other platforms as well. So we do have the option if that's something that is a requirement for you. The really exciting thing, actually, Afreen, and I'm going to mention it here because it was just released yesterday, is we are now, I know in the UAE, we can host it locally now. Our e-learning, which is, I think, a big thing because a lot of countries sometimes want the hosting locally due to GDPR or data kind of threats. So we now do host locally in the UAE. So that is a really good plus point as well. We have a business model, which is healthy partner margins built into our model. So if you're a training partner, you will get high discounted rates. Also, certain things are only offered through our partners. So we have actually launched a subscription service for our e-learning platform as well, called AI Plus All Access. That is only offered through our partners. It's a fantastic solution. People who are looking for e-learning, they can offer our whole portfolio for a set price. And again, we can discuss this with you separately. You get repeat quarterly cohort structure where not only developing new certifications so you can keep offering. So we have such a big portfolio. We have nearly 70 certifications at the moment. We're developing new certifications all the time. So it's absolutely fantastic. So you're always going to have something to offer. So you're going to get repeatable business. There's multi-revenue streams. Also, just to mention, we are part of, so AISETS is part of a ecosystem. We're part of an organization called Sardar Inc. So we have a lot of other revenue building things that you can also offer, whether that's to do with the certificate itself, the proctoring for exams. We have different solutions that we can also help you with. So as a partner, not only do you get access to AI certs, you get access to a whole other advantages that you can use with our other sister companies that are part of our organization. So the AI certs complete stack. So you get content. So what you get from AI certs, so we are a certification body, just like you would go to Microsoft or Cisco or any other vendor. We provide you with the content, the exams, and the labs. The difference between Microsoft and Cisco, etc., is that we are vendor aligned, we are vendor agnostic. Okay, so that's quite important to remember. Our content is always updated. We have 70 plus certifications, which are role-based programs for developers, executive, business, security for everyone. We have generic certifications. They're built in mind with different regions, demand-driven, enterprise-aligned, government compliant. Our curriculum is built on market standard platforms, so such as Microsoft, Google, OpenAI, etc. And then they're updated constantly. Our curriculum is refreshed every 8 to 12 weeks to make sure that it's there. So the benefit you have is you can launch in weeks, your content is always current, and you can demand quite high prices. The exam is a credible certification. So with every course, whether it's a 1 day or a 5 day course, we can look at our portfolio in a second. There is an exam. The students will sit a proctored certification through our platform. So they can do that remotely. It's an online exam. They can do any time they like. It is proctored 24/7. As I mentioned, we are a globally recognized. We follow ISO IEC alignment. Our certifications are stackable, so you can make a roadmap, a track for different customers. We can also support and help you with that. We also have a multi-exam support, so our exam engine handles thousands of learners. So again, you've got a credible platform, and you can offer recurring certifications. Go to market support. So once you become a partner, we do actually go through onboarding, which includes you get access to an ATP portal. That's an authorized training partner portal, which has lots of collateral on there. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to make sure that you don't have to do a lot of work yourself. So the ATP portal has everything on there, all the resources that you need, all the marketing you need, whether it's through social media, whether it's email campaigns, all the outlines, blueprints, everything is on there that you can co-brand as well. This is something you will get access to. We will help you with the co-branding. We will help you go through our LMS. We'll also show you, we'll do a press release, etc. So there's lots of marketing activities that we do with you, and we will also have calls with your team and your marketing team to support you and let you know how you can do certain co-branding or sending out emails, etc. So this is my favorite slide, which is our portfolio. I always get excited when we see this. As you can see, we've got 70 plus certifications here. So on our left-hand side, you have what we call, we are having a name change, by the way, but at the moment they're called professional certifications. So our left-hand side professional certifications are all 1 day in duration. So you can see here, essentials. So all these here, essentials, business, etc. These are all 1 day in duration. The AI plus foundation is totally complementary to our partners to offer to your customers. So if you want to offer it to 100 people, 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. You can offer the AI Plus Foundation. It's a half-day e-learning course with the exam at the end. And on passing the exam, they will get an international certification. So this is something you can offer as a starting point when you're talking to customers, as a complimentary, because everybody needs to understand the basics of AI. In our essential tracks, we move on to AI for everyone, which goes deeper into that. And then we have AI Plus Executive, which is for managers, prompt engineer, obviously the name says it. Then we've just released new two courses, vibe coding and agent builder. So this is an essential set. So this is really for everybody in an organization. So it doesn't matter who you are, everybody could do all of these essential tracks. But where it gets exciting is where we then focus on roles and industry. So we then focus on business. So we have AI plus sales, marketing, research, customer services, HR. So we have so many different certifications when it comes to the business side. We also have things like for L&D, for the education side. We have healthcare. And then we don't only go down to the industry, we go further into, for example, we have AI plus doctor, AI plus nurse, AI plus medical assistant. We have stuff to do with telecoms, pharma. We have with the international auditors, we have an auditors one as well, a separate certification you can also offer as well if you're in the financial kind of thing. And the other one was AI plus ethics, which is important. By the way, I'm not listing every single certification. There's a lot there, but AI plus ethics is a really important one, as we obviously discussed earlier. So we do have a AI plus ethic. The other really highly demanded certification in the Middle East is AI plus chief AI officer. So this is for leaders and how to deploy AI within an organization and how to do it in a way that the biggest problem people find is when it comes to AI, it's not the technology, it's actually the way it's deployed that normally fails. A lot of people, like Afreen mentioned earlier, the infrastructure they put into place, they spend like millions of dollars, bringing in whether it's Copilot or whatever it is. But when it comes to the adoption side of it, the employees aren't adopting it correctly because it's not deployed in a correct way. So the Chief AI Officer is a really popular course. Actually, we're actually running that right now at GITEX Africa. GITEX wanted to host our workshop. So the Chief AI Officer is actually running live today at GITEX Africa in Morocco, which is quite exciting. So this is a really popular course when you're speaking to customers, when you're speaking to decision makers. And then on the right-hand side, we have our technical certifications. Our technical certifications are all 5-day in duration. So these are for people who are technical leaders who are implementing projects. So we have things like AI plus developer, and this is more for people who are machine learning specialists, who are data scientists, for example. So AI plus developer, AI plus engineer, and the prompt engineer level 2 would kind of focus on those kind of people. Then we have a long security track. As you can imagine, security is important. So we have AI plus ethical hacker, AI plus network, AI plus security compliance. And then we have different levels of security going to quite a high advanced level. We also have stuff with cloud and blockchain and Bitcoin as well. So every single certification comes as e-learning. Every single certification you can offer as instructor-led. We also have an exam with every single course. Every single course has an agent module within that, embedded within that. And then we have separate courses on agents as well, such as legal agent, finance agent, data agent. So as you can see, we're covering everything, and we've got a lot more coming soon as well. So as a partner, you have so much to offer. You're never going to run out of things. It's not going to be you offer one course, like, you'll have vendors that you'll offer a couple of certifications and that's all they have. There's nowhere to go. With our certifications, there's always somewhere to go, right? So you're offering, generic courses and role-based certifications, whether it's ethics to leaders, and then we've got new certifications coming out regularly as well. So I'm going to stop, and I know I spoke very quickly there, so I hope you caught everything. As you can see, I get excited, I get passionate about this slide. So if anybody wants to put any comments or have any questions about this slide, it would be great as well. If anybody wants to ask anything about our certifications here, or wants to understand better, please ask in the chat as well. I don't know, Afreen, if you want to, I know I said a lot of this, if you want to add anything to that.
Absolutely not. I think you covered everything, Nasima. And this is my favorite slide as well because it talks about the huge portfolio that we have to offer. And like I said, I talk to partners on a day in, day out basis. So, they come back to me saying that we are in the B2C individual level, Afreen. Is there something you can do to help us out to expand into the B2B market? I said, here you go. We have something that we can cater to every audience, right? From a B2C individual level, you can offer it to a B2B level to governments to healthcare, to any kind of industry you're specifically catering to. You want to work in multiple markets, multiple niche segments of your market. We are here to support you. We have something for the education sector, the healthcare sector. AI has disrupted every industry as we speak, Nisima, and it's disrupted every industry globally, right? So,
Exactly.
that is where these role-based certifications fit in perfectly, especially for people coming up with corporate trainings and enterprise trainings. They're like, we want measurable ROIs. People are not just looking at a one of a kind training and saying that, hey, okay, our employees are now upskilled in AI. They want to see measurable results, a return on investment on what the companies are investing on AI adoption and AI trainings. So that's where we have our dashboards. We have these credible certifications. So Nasima, I don't know whether this example is right or wrong, but of course, YouTube now teaches. I can also learn surgery and how to do basic medical things on YouTube, but would you risk your life with me or you would go to a certified doctor?
Yeah,
Of course,
exactly.
so absolutely, the certification plays a lot of credibility here. The validation, the proof of those AI skills is what these certifications do. The exams are a huge part of our program, where not only are you offering your customers AI skills that are currently in high demand across the globe, across every industry, but also they're going to get a validation or a proof of those skills in the form of our globally recognized industry validated certification. So I think
Exactly.
you've
Thank
covered
you.
everything. Let's move on to the next one.
Thank you. And we have a couple of questions from Noor. So, as an individual training provider, such as myself, do you help connect directly to clients? So, how we actually work, so as an authorized training partner, it would be your role to do that. However, once you certify, so if you were delivering the certifications yourself, for example, and you go through our instructor program and then you do the certifications and then you deliver exams, your name will then go up on a website which has all our certified instructors. Your name also comes down on a drop down for enrollments when when a company enrolls their students or a partner enrolls their students. Your name as an instructor will come up if you've certified in a, just say AI plus everyone. So your name will come up. So it's up to our partners or customers to basically then work directly with you. So they could choose to come with you. For example, if it was in Egypt and they wanted a provider, they would then come to yourself as a provider and they negotiate directly with you as an instructor. But in terms of clients, generally you would be bringing the clients, so it would be your customers that we would be working with you on. So as a partner, you're like the channel partner that's then like in the middle, and then we support you so you can offer the certifications to your customers. So I hope that makes sense. Is the content available in Arabic? So our essential courses, the AI Plus Foundation, AI Plus Everyone, AI Plus Executive and Prompt Engineer Level 1 is available in Arabic at the moment. That means that the the videos, the exam, and the AI mentor is in Arabic. So I'm not sure if we've got some slides on what our LMS looks like, but if we have, basically we have different ways that the students can learn. So whether you're offering an instructor-led course or you're offering it through e-learning, the student gets access to the certification, the content, the exam, the labs for 12 months. So then they can kind of listen to it via podcast, they can view it on video. They've got e-learning, sorry,
Ebooks.
ebook. Yeah, so they've got lots of means of different ways of learning. And there's also an AI mentor, which I mentioned, which is also in Arabic. And the AI mentor supports the students on if they've got any questions on that specific course as well. So it's a really sophisticated LMS that we have and different forms that we offer, which most platforms don't offer. So yes, you have that option as well. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Afreen. ASX partner ecosystem. So we have a few different partners. I know we're kind of running, I know I've spoken a lot, so I'm going to kind of fast track a bit. ASX partner ecosystem. So there's different types of partners we have. One is authorized training partner. So if you're a training institute, edtech platforms, skills academy, boot camps, you would be an authorized training partner. If you're an academic partner with us, that means you actually are a university, college, vocational institute, etc. If you're an association partner, you're a professional association, chamber, federation, and member-driven organization. And finally, we have an affiliate partnership, which is for influencers, consultants, career coaches, educators, and digital publishers. So these are the four different type of partnerships we have to do with channel partnerships. So it depends on which ones you would fall into, but we can discuss that separately with you and the potential of how we collaborate. Thank you. So this is just a slide just showing we've got over 114,000 learners, 500 plus instructors in our ecosystem, 70 plus certification and 170 global partners at the moment. And we're growing very fast every day. We get a lot of people reaching out to us, become partners because they see the advantages of working with an international certification body. Thank you. So you can just see some of our partners there. Okay, so I'm going to pass it on to you now. I think I'm sorry if I've spoken far too much. So I know we've only got a kind of not very long left, so I'm going to pass it on to you, and we'd love to keep some time, a few minutes at the end for any questions. So I'm going to pass it on to you, Afne. Thank you.
Absolutely. So thank you, Nasima, for sharing all those insights. They were actually very helpful, and I'm sure our audience understands. There are two ladies speaking on this webinar, so we really apologize that if we're extending the time for another 5 minutes. But if I'm here to show the second half of what we're here to discuss as to how do we, scale this demand, how do we capture this demand, this gold mine of an opportunity when it comes to AI trainings, AI consulting, AI certification, digital transformation, AI adoption. So these are all the terms that we hear on a day in and day out basis. What if I could say that, we give you a complete ecosystem, a complete infrastructure, not for just you as a partner, but even for your end users. So it's a complete plug, promote package that you can start making additional profits. It's an additional value add to your current training portfolio. It's a value add to your current offerings, right? I'm sure everyone who are here attending this webinar are here because you understand that there is a huge demand, right? We are all here because we are here to discuss how do we capture this demand and capture the market. So that's what here I'm here to explain. So Nasima, thank you for sharing all the details about our portfolio, the kind of demand there is, the kind of ministry initiatives and fundings that are happening in the GCC, the Middle East region when it comes to AI adoption, the kind of billions of dollars being invested in L&D budgets when it comes to enterprises, and how can we capture this opportunity. So guys, there's a huge demand there is, but how do we take the first step, right? Most of the partners who come to me are saying like the traditional training methods are not working anymore. We want to expand our market space. We want to capture the market when it comes to AI. So that's where we fit in. Of course, you have the complete infrastructure. The curriculum is there, so you don't. So basically, for partners, there's zero investment cost. There's zero investment, zero risk in terms of content updation. We're doing that for you. I just remembered Noor putting it in the chat that she has to update her slides almost every month. So Noor, we are here to do that for you. We have the entire curriculum which is all regularly updated to keep up with the pace of AI. So we give you the complete LMS infrastructure for your audience. They have 12 months of access to the content, to regular updates on the content to keep your learners current and relevant based on the latest AI and market trends that are happening out there. Plus, we give you the complete infrastructure when it comes to the global credibility of associating with a globally recognized certification body, a certification to add more credibility and validation to your offerings. the compliance with the ISO IEC 17024 standards, and that in turn helps our partners to launch AI training programs within weeks and not months and years, right? The complete tech stack is being provided. So we have our own LMS platform, the exam, it's completely online. It's proctored with our own in-house developed AI-powered proctoring solution. Of course, we're talking and preaching about AI so much, so we do heavily use a lot of these emerging technologies in the various tools and platforms that we develop. So are proctoring as well, like Nasima said, we have AI labs, Adoptify AI. This is all part of the Sardar Inc. umbrella, including AI certs. So we can help you with a complete ecosystem that you can offer to your end users. And when it comes to AI readiness programs, if you're dealing with corporate organizations, with small, medium, large enterprises, hey, we can do an enterprise-wide AI readiness program for your clients, right from the leadership team, which always I've seen it starts from the top tier of the pyramid, where it's first the leaders who want to start adopting AI, and then we move on to the various departments within an organization. You could have an HR department, a PMO team, a marketing team, an IT team, and we have something catering to every department, every team within an organization. We give you the complete exam, the proctored solution for those online examinations, the LMS access with a learner analytics dashboard. So you as partners have a complete dashboard where you can manage your customer enrollments. You can track your customer progress. I do have some slides where I've put some snippets of our the partner portal dashboard so that you can have a look of how the dashboard looks like. You have a whole resource library there of as many marketing collaterals that you would need, all the course documents that you would need, the lab environment. So we have cloud labs for the hands-on practical learning for your customers. So you as partners basically have zero investment when it comes to starting off offering these certifications to your customers when it comes to, content creation, content updation, even of course we have a trainer pool. There are some partners who reached out to me saying that, hey, we do have in-house trainers, but we mostly, use consulting services, or we, outsource trainers based on the training requirement. So what if I get a AI training requirement from one of my customers, but I don't have a trainer of my own? So like Nasima said, we have a trainer marketplace specifically for our training partners, for you to leverage those trainers who are trained and certified on our courses. You can directly negotiate with them. We don't come in the picture. We're not a training or a consulting company. We work very, very closely and only via our partners, right? The complete integration ready package is available, and a complete support network support system. We give you free train the trainer programs where your trainers, your staff, your faculty who are currently delivering your training programs will be trained and certified on our certifications and provided with all the training materials that they would need to deliver the training successfully and effectively. Of course, we have a whole trainer pool which you can leverage for your instructor-led requirements where you don't have your own trainers available or certified on that particular certification. We give you a complete go-to-market strategy support, go-to-marketing initiatives. We do a lot of co-branded marketing activities, online events with our partners to promote you as our go-to training partner in the region, to create that buzz and awareness about the impact of AI in the region. And we customize the marketing initiatives and strategies based on the region. So it's very customized and curated as per your requirement, plus regular sales training for your internal sales team to fully enable them to start handling customer inquiries about our certifications when you start offering them to your audience. So complete, like I said, we're not just an off-the-shelf content provider, right, Nasima? We work very closely with our partners. In fact, if on in layman terms, if I have to put it in one line, look at us not just as your certification partner, but as your extended team. We have, like Nasima rightfully said, 500 plus internal employees that are working round the clock. To help and support our partners to succeed in the partnership. We're looking at long-term win-win partnerships, and we work only and only via our partners. And of course, we give you complete promotion support. Yes, Nasima, you had something to add
I was
on.
just going to say there's a couple of questions. just in case
Let's
people have
answer
to
them.
leave.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Nora, you said you just submitted an application. What are the next step? So our team will be in touch. We do get in touch. We will have a call directly one-to-one with you to discuss, who you are, where you are, what you are doing, and how we can collaborate with you. So you will
absolutely.
get informed. So don't worry about that. And then Rena said, send me a trainer availability and cost to my email. We can't do that because for two reasons, Rena. We do need you to be firstly a partner in order to access our trainer uh,
Marketplace, right?
network.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. And also, yeah, so once you become a partner with us, you can access, you can have view of all the instructors. And then when it comes to cost, we would directly connect you, or you can go to our website, or you can see all our instructors. You can directly connect and negotiate the prices with them directly, or if we know them personally, we could obviously help you with that. And then the third option you have is you can certify your instructor. But if you need something like immediately, you need wanted trainers to do delivery, then yeah, we do have a big portal of instructors, nearly I think 500 globally we have. So depending on again where you're looking, which region you're looking, but we do have instructors everywhere
Absolutely.
that are
And Reena,
certified.
just to, add on to what Nasima said, the training marketplace is for you as training partners to leverage. So basically, you can directly negotiate with them. You have the list of all the trainers, which courses they're certified, what kind of training deliveries they do, virtual, face-to-face, which regions do they operate, which languages, what is their average training cost. So everything is available in the trainer marketplace. You can choose the trainer you want to leverage for your training requirements. You can directly deal with the trainers and leverage them for your training deliveries.
Yeah, and I
Uh,
think one of you how you become a partner again, you can click on that link and become a partner. But after the webinar, we will get in touch with you as well directly and as a follow-up. And then again, we can have a meeting with you and discuss really one-to-one. So it's the solution matches exactly what you're looking for. So we can go through everything one-to-one with you. So back to
absolutely.
you, Afreed.
Absolutely. So I think this answers, one of the questions, Manora, as well. Manora, you did ask us, do we help you with demand generation? Do we help you with, kind of leads? Of course, yes, you do have your own client base that you would leverage, but we work very closely with our partners to ensure that every opportunity that comes your way, hey, let's grab it. That's the whole mindset. That's the whole idea. So the AI Foundation, like we're giving away Unlimited AI Foundation, which is a great starting certification to offer to any audience, whether you're in the technical space, non-technical space, doesn't matter. You're new to the concept of AI, you're on the beginner level. The AI Foundation is one of our best beginner level certifications to offer. Use it as a demand generation lever, right? Use as many AI foundations you want and offer it to your customers to create that demand, to create that buzz and awareness, and to create those leads. Of course, we do a lot of joint co-branded marketing activities like online webinars, where all the leads, the attendees that come on the webinars are shared with the partners. So we do help you in demand generation and lead generation. Plus, of course, you'll be listed on our website once we formalize the partnership as our authorized training partners on our partner locator page. Because as I said, we work only via partners. We're not a training or a consulting company, not an e-learning company. We're a certification body, right? A lot of website traffic, Nasima, I'm sure you agree, on a day in, day out basis with customers directly to our website looking for instructor-led trainings, and those leads are also automatically passed on to our respective training partners catering in that region, right?
I think
So we
that's
provide,
really just
yeah,
sorry to add to what you're saying, sorry to interrupt you there. I think with
please go
AI,
ahead.
because not only do you have all that, because we're part of a larger ecosystem, you have so many other revenue building stuff that you can offer, whether so if you're a training provider and for example you're using a platform like Pearson View for exam, which is about $300 for example per exam, we have a very sort of cost effective solution for you, which is for just, if you want to host your exams through our platform. We also, I think we don't have a picture of it here in our slides, but our certificates are also in the blockchain. What that means is that people people can't cheat. So when you do our certification, they will have a blockchain, a QR code on there, which students can then, so employees can then scan to make sure that that person has done it. Again, we have a separate service for something what we call Certs 365. If you have customers or yourself have your own courses that you need certificates for, so not certification, but a certificate for, we do have separate solutions for that. We also have another part of a company called Adoption AI. So there's so much we can offer. I know we're running out of
Absolutely.
time, so I can't really go into
Right.
everything. But there's so much we can support you and help you with to gain a lot more revenue. So there's lots of different solutions. I'm going to stop there.
Absolutely. Just to add on to Nasima, guys, basically, there's so much that we have to offer and to support you. Reach out to both of us one on one, and we'd be happy to have a 1 hour discussion with you one on one, right? But because of lack of time, let's just quickly go on to the slides. It also answers your question, Noor, that yes, we understand the need for multi-language support. We work with a global audience. We are a globally recognized certification body working over in every country as you speak. So yes, based on the volume and scope, we can certainly help you with, getting those multi-language support as well on our certifications. And of course, Nasima, moving on to the last part, which is of course the most important discussion: how do we make money as training partners? What is You have flexible models to go ahead and deliver these programs. Already mentioned, so I'll not just repeat that. Offer it as a self-paced e-learning, as an instructor-led. Even an instructor-led could be either completely virtual, it could be hybrid, it could be on site, it could be face-to-face. You could deliver the training in a training institute. So completely your call. You have flexible models, and please reach out to us for the pricing. You would be surprised. We have the best pricing, the most competitive pricing to offer right now because everything is in-house, right from the LMS to the content to the proctoring to the exam to the certificate issuance platform. It's all in-house. So that gives us a huge pricing advantage for our partners to actually offer. Mark up the prices, put in your margins as per your desire. There's no capping on the markup price. We just charge you for the content and for the exams that we've developed, which is, of course, a discounted price for all of our partners, and which is quite low when compared to the other providers out there. And you have huge margins to play around and to scale. Start off with one certification, start off with one segment in your market, and then as the partnership progress, you see the kind of demand coming in from your customers, you can scale up your business and your markets as well. Work in multiple markets, multiple regions, offer multiple certifications, cater to multiple industries. So that's how you can scale this partnership. And of course, the competitive advantage of not just providing an off the shelf generic AI training, but a more tailored value for money for your customers, something that they can measure, see the return on investment, which of course leads you to getting more and more customers on a recurring basis. So this is your partner dashboard. This is where you as partners will have access to this dashboard, where you have access to the full course catalog, all the course documents that you might need to share with your customers for client presentations, for promotions. You have all the marketing assets, collaterals you might need that you can co-brand, put in your logos, put in your contact information, and use it for your marketing and promotions. Of course, ready-made not just ready-made collaterals, but you can monitor your revenues, your partner payouts. You can track all your customers' progress, that how many of them have taken the online exam, got certified, whether you can upsell and resell to those same customers. So this is how the dashboard looks like. And of course, this is what your students, your customers, your end users get. They get the entire LMS. And the best thing about our LMS, guys, is that it is multi-device supported. So if your customers want to access the learning materials, the content from their mobiles, and they can do that. So we have a mobile and a web application both, so your customers can actually access the learning materials from their smartphones, from their tablets, from their desktops, from their laptops. And of course, we have multi-device support, multi-language support, various modalities of learning. You have the videos to watch, the ebooks to read, the audiobooks and podcasts to listen to, and of course, our training partners, instructors, and trainers to discuss the entire course and the curriculum. So this is how the LMS platform looks like. We have an AI mentor embedded within our LMS. So you have an AI assistant that can guide you. You have the cloud lab environment. So it's a one-stop platform which your customers will have 12 months of access to with regular content updates to keep them updated, right? And of course, this is the last slide, quickly moving on to the steps on how you become a partner. It's very simple, guys. You just need to choose whether you're into the technical training space, whether you're into the professional training space, or you cater to a mix of both kind of audiences, and how you want to choose the programs that you want to start offering with. Sign the documents, the partnership agreement with us. Of course, then we start off with the comprehensive hand-holding journey, which we call as the onboarding process, where we fully enable your internal teams, your marketing team, your sales team, your trainers to be able to effectively promote, sell, and deliver trainings and our certifications by the time you're out of the onboarding. Then we do the PR activities, the promotions, we do the marketing activities, we create kind of a demand and a buzz among your audience and in your region. And by the time the onboarding is done, the marketing campaigns are done, you already have your first AI training requirement, and you start delivering your first cohorts on our certifications in whichever format that you want. So it's completely your call as a training partner on how you want to deliver the trainings, what you want to price for these trainings. And of course, we give you the complete support system that you would need. And then, of course, please scale. That's the whole idea. We want our partners to grow. Start off with one or two certifications, start off with one or two training, one or two trainers, and then you can expand your market, your region, your business to multiple certifications. You can start offering this to governments, especially in the GCC regions. Many of our partners take our help to help them, customize and make presentations for RFP requirements that come in for, huge client presentations. Like I said, leverage us as your extended team. We are here to support you, and please feel free to reach out to me or Nasima, right? So Noor, of course, it of course sounds good. We are very excited to, have a one-on-one discussion with you where we can exactly understand the ask and tailor our partnership framework to your requirement, right? So, guys, this is a slide that speaks in itself that the Middle East, the JCC region, in fact, the entire APAC region is leading in AI adoption. The next phase is scalable solutions, capability, credible, validated offerings, and that's where we can help you out here. So we are here to help you, capture this market, capture this demand. So feel free to reach out to us. Our team will reach out to you as well. But I know we are over time, but if there are any final last questions, we'd be happy to answer them.
Yeah,
And
thank
over
you,
to you,
everybody.
Srishti.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for joining. It was great that a few of you were interactive, and this is how I like it, because the whole point of this is that we want to support you, understand you better, how we can help you, and make the solutions right for you guys. So really looking forward to, inshallah, working with you all. So we will all reach out to you, and I know Shrist is going to tell you about that now. So we'll really get in touch with you as well. So thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nasima and Afreen, for sharing those valuable insights and enlightening all of us with those, the next steps and the importance of the programs that AI Certs offers. Also, if in case you have any more doubts, any questions regarding the onboarding process or maybe the certifications or our ATP programs, please do let us know. Please reach out to us directly. Afreen, if you can just drop your, Nasima, you also, if you can drop your email address in the chat box for people to reach out to you guys personally. If not, you guys also can visit our AI Search website. I have shared all the details with you in the chat box. Also, we'll be reaching out to you shortly after the session. So definitely we will try to, you know, have this conversation with each one of you separately. And also, the recording of the session will be shared with you shortly after the session is over. And also, you'll be getting the participation certificate. So please share it on your social medias and tag
Yeah,
us.
and I was just going to say, Shristi, please do connect with us on LinkedIn as well. Obviously, my name is Nasima Akram and Afreen Hashmi, so you can connect with us as well, because we're constantly posting stuff and exciting stuff. Like, we've just partnered, for example, with PwC Academy in Middle East. this is showing you the credibility of our certifications that we're working with, big entities. We work with everyone. So not just, big organizations, we work with everyone to support you in getting the AI certification solution out there to your markets, to your customers. So yeah, looking forward to hearing back from everyone. Thank you so much again.
Thank you, everyone. Please stay safe. To everyone in the
Yeah.
GCC region with the kind of geopolitical situation, we are actively and closely monitoring it. So, wishing you, a great, great week ahead. Thank everyone for joining. But I wish everyone, uh, please stay safe and reach out to us. We're really looking forward to, you know, individually discussing this with you guys in more detail. Thank you,
Thank you so
Nasima.
much.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.